County Consolidated elections come upon us on April 14th, WSM wants the community and students to know who the candidates are. In a series of videos, we will be interviewing each and every Board of Education candidate for the 2023 election. Today for episode 2, we have Mr. Timothy Hying. Firstly, thank you for joining us. How are you?
Thank you. I'm very good, thank you.
Good.
Yourself?
Good. I'm doing great. All right, so let's get right into it. Firstly,
Sure.
I want to introduce yourself.
Okay.
Who are you? What do you do? How did you get to the position you are now?
Okay. Name is Tim Hying. What do? I am recently retired. I spent 25 years at Ahmed, working as a human resource director. I was actually trained in my undergrad as a math teacher, and but then I went into the business world, went back on my MBA, and I guess that's who I am.
That's great. All right, so you're actually running for re-election, so you've
Correct.
been in this position before. Can you talk about your experience with MCHS and what that has kind of been like through the first voting process that you've had?
Absolutely. I have been on the school board now for 10 years. Basically, initially got onto the school board due to the fact that obviously I had children in the high school. I had 4 children who all went through MCHS. And as I mentioned, I was educated as a math teacher, so I've always had an interest in education and always wanted to somehow get involved, even though I was very poor when I was actually a teacher. I was not good at it, and that's why I got out of it. I recognized that early. But I've always had an interest in education, and it's kind of my way of wanting to yet be involved in education and hopefully do some good.
Totally. And so what did that involvement kind of entail? You know, being in that position that you are right now, what did you do as a position as your position on the board?
I would say that probably the key thing that we did, when I look back to where we were 10 years ago to where we are now, I would say the biggest thing that we've been able to accomplish is really around the curriculum. You know, for example, I can remember as we were transitioning superintendents, one of the courses we had was keyboarding. And I remember the new superintendent looking at us like, I can't believe you still have keyboarding. But that just goes to show how antiquated at one point in time our curriculum was compared to where it's at now, where I think it's probably one of the most forward-facing curriculums in this area and potentially even in the state. So what I guess I'm most proud of is the advancements we've been able to make in that area.
So I'm guessing that you want to improve on those advancements, and so kind of that transitions perfectly into the next question. Why are you running for re-election, and what kind of things do you hope to change if you were to get re-elected?
You know, I don't know if there's necessarily as much to change as much as there is to continually evolve. And like I said, I told you I'm a big curriculum individual, so I would love to continue to see additional pathways being created. I'd love to see additional dual credit courses being offered. I love the new manufacturing facility because I think it's extremely important in any public school that we don't only look at AP or we don't only look at Title I, and we give a well-rounded educational opportunity to all the students that are going into, that are in the high school and that are looking to be able to be productive citizens once they graduate.
Totally. I just want to dive deep into that and just
Sure.
acknowledge our manufacturing program because it's something that is normally totally underrepresented inside of any type of school system, and it's super cool that we were able to kind of create that opportunity for those who are coming through this high school. And so what type of things can you see happening to students when they kind of get multiple different pathways and aren't just subjected to one?
Oh, I think kids are in a position to be able to make a much more informed decision about what they want to do. When I take a look at kids and they think, okay, what are my choices after high school? And they automatically default to a 4-year education. Well, that is great, and I completely encourage that. I encourage my children to do that. But at the end of the day, I don't think that's fit for everyone. I think the trades are completely underrepresented. I think manufacturing is completely underrepresented. And I think if kids get that opportunity in high school just to try something, to try and determine, hey, is this something that I might have a long-term interest in? And maybe it's just as lucrative, if not more lucrative potentially, from a financial standpoint than potentially even going to college. And at the end of the day, if they end up finding something that is truly their passion, and we had a little bit of a opportunity to allow them to do that, I think it's a win-win.
Absolutely love that. And so lastly, just to close it off, why do you want the McHenry people to vote? You can say it in the camera, you can say it to me. Why should people vote for you?
I'll say it to you. I prefer, or I think they should vote for me just because, one, I've got the experience. While I think experience is important, especially in a role like this, because at the end of the day, people have to understand what a school board does. A school board has to make sure that the administration is accountable for what they do, and I think we've done a very good job of doing that. So one is the experience. Two, I think I have a good balance of an educational background plus a corporate background. So I think that helps in relation to trying to ensure that you get a well-rounded individual. And to me, that's probably one of the most important things. When you see people on a board, you want people who have a wide variety of experiences so that they can make the most informed decisions for the community.
All right, perfect. Thank you so much. Again, thank you so much for joining me. Please, thank you again for watching, and keep in touch. You know, we're going to be posting many more videos in terms of the series, so keep your eyes peeled for the next one. Reporting for the Warrior Weekly, I am Rayaan Ahmed. Thank you, Mr. Hying.
You're very welcome.
Perfect.
Thank you.